Okay, we're going to work on this side of the bike now. Get back to the business end of the deal. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the points, the valves, timing, all that important stuff. Alright. Move that over there and we'll see you again. Alright, let's see what's going on over here. Can you leave that stuff where I left it?
Nope.
I told you I left it there for a reason. Put it right by the front of the bike where it came from. Don't move my tools. I told you to leave it there. I left it on purpose. See this lock washer, 1/4 inch?
Yep.
It's right here.
Oh. That just flew out of the sky?
It's laying right there. That's all I know.
What?
Okay.
Interesting.
First thing you're going to do is go in here and check this.
Push rods.
What do you got in there? Valve's tight. Supposed to be tight? Phillips. Compression.
Oh. I thought they were pretty loose when I checked them.
It is loose. What do you got loose? You like it loose?
Better than tight.
Oh, yes.
Make more lifter noise.
More tools. So I tighten these.
So you do the exhaust, right? When you're adjusting the exhaust, it's at the lowest point.
First, we're just see how much it moves. It's 3/4 of a flat already. I moved it. That's about a full flat loose. It's a lot.
So it should be
That's
a little
15
stiffer.
thousandths. Okay, now we're dragging.
You want a slight.
Now we're going to tighten it up because you didn't tighten it very much, probably. So you didn't tighten it very much.
Right. Feel way better, huh? Still loose.
Okay, feel that.
Oh, okay.
Now
So
rotate it.
Slight drag.
See how it gets real tight because it's not around? But it's going to say what it's going to go to the loose spot.
Right.
So I'm just leaving the loose spot. So it's got clearance in the loose spot. That's all that matters.
So you're not measuring for the tight spot. It's the loose spot. It's a slight
It's gonna
little
go to,
drag.
It's going to go to the loose spot anyway.
Right. Once
So
the
you're
motor's
adjusting
running.
for that point. Now that has a pretty far out around
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
Yeah, when I checked them, I thought they were
But
loose.
this one,
I could hear them when the motor was running. A lot
that
of
one you could definitely hear. It was real loose. Okay, this one you got a lot tighter on the pinch nut on this one.
Aren't we supposed to rotate? So these are even when you do this adjustment, right?
What's even?
These the bottom of the push rods where they thread in.
You're not too close. So what do you want to know?
So
What
are
are you
they
talking
even?
about?
I just
What's
want to know
even?
if they're even.
What's even?
Well, can I come forward?
What? What are you looking
Okay. These right here, are they supposed to be even, or is one supposed to be higher? One's
at? It
supposed
doesn't
to be
matter.
lower?
I don't care. You want that?
Really?
You You want clearance to be correct. I don't care what,
'Cause-
how many flats you got up from one to the other. Who cares?
Okay. When I was reading the service manual, they were saying that they need to be even.
Okay, that's tight. Okay, now we got drag on it.
Yeah.
Now your pinch nut's already pretty tight on this one. We're gonna see how tight it really is. See, I got it in there. And I guess. You see how much I went tighter?
Right.
Now, when I went tighter, the push rod still got pretty heavy drag on it.
Right.
So that means I need to tighten it. I need to loosen the push rod, not the nut, but loosen the push rod. So I just put the wrench on there and I go a little more that way. Makes it loose.
So about the same.
Well, I'm just instead of tightening the jam nut against the push rod, which makes the nut tight.
Right.
The adjuster tight, not the push rod. I want to make the push rod looser, so I hold the top and turn the bottom, and that screws up in. It's got a lot of drag on it, but that's how you make your adjustment. So now feel the drag on that one. It's a little heavy. Why are you blowing up so much? Get back where you can see shit.
Yeah. How come there's no tight spot on this one on the intake?
Because it ain't all screwed up like that one is. You can see that's a little snug.
Okay.
So now we can go ahead and hold it. We're going to go just a little bit. See how much I moved? Barely anything. And now there's no drag, so I went too much. So now I want to go back a little bit. So now we hold the bottom.
And then snug it back up. Loosen it.
Anywhere you just can barely move it. And then feel the drag there now? It's got a light drag on it.
Yep. And then tighten the.
So now when it warms up, it'll go where it wants to. Now over here, that's a loose spot right there. Feel that's where the loose spot is.
Yep. Feel it.
There's a high and a low. When you get close enough, there's a difference, but you got to find it. So you want it where you can feel a light drag, but not where you got to force it.
Right.
Okay, so the intake is good, the exhaust is good. This push rod's got a little like that to it, or the ball socket's going out, or whatever the hell's going on. Something's going on. I don't care what the adjustment's at. I just care what the overall length is. Right. Push rods are all the same length from Harley. So this one's going to be a lot further out than this one because it's a lot further distance. This is your longest push rod, this is the next longest one. These two here are almost identical. They're not, but they're close.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're done on the front cylinder. Now we're going to the back cylinder. So we're going to find the compression again by putting your finger over the hole. Then you put the screwdriver in and bring it top center. Hear the air blowing out?
Yep.
That's called compression. Screwdriver in the hole, don't lay it like that, hold it up like that. But don't jam the bottom of the tank like that.
You got your own way of doing things, man. I was looking for the.
See, it's all the way up, quit moving, you're there.
Yeah. Screw the.
So that's where the motor fires. This is where the piston fires out. I want the valves closed when the motor fires.
Okay.
I don't care about other spots. I care about when the motor fires.
Loose.
Extremely loose.
Very loose. Yeah, I could hear it when it was running.
I'm sure you could hear this. It's probably pretty low. That one too. Okay, now. So we're going to hold the top push rod and we're going to unscrew the bottom, makes it longer.
Get a nice zoom on here.
We just gave it a nice little, barely moved it.
Okay.
Big movements. Okay, now we got drag on it.
Right.
So now we're going to tighten the push rod with the nut. That's tight.
And how tight do you usually just, I mean...
Do you see what the wrenches want? That's how tight they go.
Okay.
And these are good wrenches. You can tighten them pretty good.
Right. Tight tolerances.
You notice I put the wrench on there so I just squeeze my hand, not go like this.
Right.
That's stupid. Do it so you can do it. Okay, now we want to loosen the bottom. So it's tight right now. See, the push rod's tight. The nut's is real tight, but the push rod itself is tight. There's drag on it. So now what we gotta do is we want the bottom to go up. So we go like this. Make sure you're on the nut there we belong. Okay, now you just squeeze it, and it's going to make the push rod shorter.
And it's tightening it.
See, it still doesn't want to move, so it's still
too tight.
The push rod is tight and the adjuster's tight. They're both tight right now. So if you flip that over there, get more room. Okay, that's got some clearance in it now. Yep, see it's out around again. So right here it's loose and over here it's tight.
Got the tight spot.
So there's your loose spot, that's good.
Okay.
Tight it is. When this is up out of the way, there's more room for wrenches and you don't put big dents down here.
Right.
Okay, this one here is loose also. So same thing, we're
Crazy how that
hold the
one
push
was tight.
rod. Get up on that nut there and tighten it up a little bit. See, that's now tight. Feel like the push rod is halfway tight too, the adjuster. Problem right now I can't see where I'm at. But get the nut there and that there. Need to get this here. Okay, that tighten the adjuster.
Right.
When you do that, the length changes too when you do that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we need to loosen this up a little bit because it's too tight. Come off the bottom. See, Dad used to use, see I didn't have the nut on there all the way, rounded one of the nuts off. This has a real thin nut on it.
And those are original?
So Dad used to run, he would hold 3 wrenches at a time, but I figured out how to do it with only 2. He used to have 3 wrenches in his hand at the same time.
Makes it easier probably.
Problem can't see.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my best to get everything. Probably should have came on the other side. Tight still, huh?
Right here it gets loose. It gets real tight. It's notchy. The ball is not round. It's got a low spot in the ball. Feel it. I would probably pound in right there, but I don't want to have it tight.
Okay.
Give it just a little bit.
Just to be safe. Loosen it.
Barely moved it. I barely touched the damn thing, but when you're this close, it doesn't take much. Still a little bit round on it. Okay, now we got some free play in there. And I'm not feeling a notch in the ball anymore because it's got enough clearance. It's not affecting it. It still gets tight on the backside, but it's
And that's all we need, right?
right
It's
there. It's loose there. It's gonna vibrate to the low spot.
Okay.
So
And when it vibrates the low spot gets
loose.
looser.
yeah.
You think that's the original circuit breaker, Tatro? Or
What this?
Yeah.
Distributor?
distributor?
Circuit breaker factory for me, but yeah. Yeah, it looks all right. I don't know. Could be. All right.
Alright,
Get off.
done for now.